Welcome to the Owner Circle, and I'm here with Nam, and she is the owner of NamasTEA and Friendswood.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to get this segment started.
So one of the things that we want to do is we want to talk to business owners about their business and how they came to owning a business. So first of all, tell me about NamasTEA.
Okay, so we were founded in 2021 on Valentine's Day, to be exact. I was in the middle of teaching my 6th year teaching kindergarten, and there was a business opportunity, honestly. My mom owns Jenny's Bakery. Y'all hear about it all the time if y'all follow NamasTEA at all on any social media platform, or if you know me personally, Mama Jenny is the center of everything in every business. So, there was a business opportunity. I actually signed my original lease, not for this TCBY spot, but it was for the old Edgewood Pharmacy spot 2 doors down from my mom's bakery. And then TCBY came available, and I said, Mom, should we switch over to there? It's a better location. That's what we did. My mom told me it is a business opportunity that I should take and that I should open something, and I told her I'm not helping running the bakeries and teaching and opening a business. So if I open a business, I have to let go of something, and it's not the bakery, so it was teaching. So that's kind of how it happened. It was very fast. It was during the thick of COVID, where nobody was opening businesses, but here we are 4 years later.
So one of the things that I've always wondered is what made you open up a boba shop?
So it actually was supposed to only be loose leaf tea because I was so sure that's all I needed to sell. And I was laying down one night because I was living with my parents, and my mom said, there's no way, you're not going to stay in business with just tea. I said, yes, Mom, I am. I'm going to stay in business with just tea. She said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. Well, it was my mom's idea, honestly, to bring in the boba, to bring in the Bluebell ice cream. I did reach out to other different companies and businesses, but it's harder to bring in their brand of ice cream. So Bluebell was one that we could bring in. So that's what we did. And of course, sweet treats from my mom's bakery because it's convenient, it's fast, it's across the parking lot, and it stays within the family. So yes, this was supposed to be just a loose leaf tea shop. And here we are with loose leaf tea, boba tea, ice cream, and sweet treats.
That's awesome. I love that. But I know that you've been in business for
4 years.
4 years now. What was the hardest thing about opening up a business that you remember?
I was very fortunate. Very fortunate. Like I said, I opened during COVID, so banks were not giving out loans. So my lender was Mama Jenny from Jenny's Bakery, honestly. And so I was very, very fortunate there, and I cannot stress that enough. Because of her, I was able to open my business. It wasn't hard opening because I had my mom, and my mom has been in business now 21 years this summer. The hardest part was after I opened, 2 years after I opened, when I learned the hard way that I'm responsible for everything. I'm responsible for the AC units, I'm responsible for the refrigerators, the freezers, the coolers, the electricity, the lights, the fans, everything, right? And one summer, within 6 weeks, it's on my social media pages, y'all. Let's not go back down memory lane, but we're going to go down memory lane real quick. Within 6 weeks, my walk-in freezer went out. I lost 52 3-gallon containers of Bluebell ice cream. And then I want to say my walk-in cooler went out, and then both of my AC units went out. So I was responsible for all of that, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, that's cute because I've been in business 2 years now, and where does that money come from? Not the sky, not from the trees that, lose leaves. That money doesn't come down from the trees. So that was very stressful. That was the hardest part and time, and I felt like 10 years in that 6 weeks because I lost everything. Essentially I lost everything. I lost that, and then a little bit later I lost one of my front pink freezers that I had out here. It's now gone, thank goodness. Now we have a cute little bench and a setup. Y'all should come see. It's a perfect photo op.
It is.
So the hardest part was not opening my shop necessarily, but everything that happened after I opened, just the natural disasters, for lack of better words.
Yeah. So you're dealing with all this. So what are the tips for someone who is either wanting to open up a restaurant type place or somebody who wants to open up a small business, what kind of things would you tell them to do and things not to do?
So Joe knows me pretty well through the business industry, and we become friends from it. I'm very transparent. I will not sugarcoat things. I will try to be nice about things, but you're not rich when you open a business. You really don't have as much flexibility as people think you have. It's almost better to work a 9-to-5 job to where you just ask for PTO or ask for days off, rather than take days off and hope you can have them off. So you're not rich. You're not rich when you first open. It's not easy. I'm fortunate to where I don't have a family, or I don't have kids. I don't have a significant other who waits for me at home. You work around the clock. When I first started, I was working over 100 hours a week. So there's no flexibility really there. So just be mindful, be realistic, have big plans and big dreams, chase them, go after them, but no, it will not be easy. And I say that truthfully, it's not easy. There are good days, there are bad days, but you keep on going with a smile on your face. And when customers ask, how's it going? You're honest with them. They need to know the truth, and they need to know how it's going. So be realistic, be mindful. That's my biggest, that's not even a tip. That's just honesty. Be honest with yourself, be mindful, be realistic of things, have goals, have dreams, set them, achieve them, reach them, do those things. But if you don't achieve them, that's okay too. You'll get around to it. And as far as, just have your P's and Q's. You will take everything for a grain of salt. You will have hiccups. You will have days where you make not a lot of money, and you'll have days where you make a whole lot of money. Celebrate those days, celebrate those accomplishments, but also remember this is, what do they say? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it truly is a marathon. As far as the business side, I have an education background. I'm an education major. My heart is with those kids in that classroom maybe one day, but just do it. If you want to do it, do it. Just remember that it's not easy, and that it is not all rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, but there are really good days too. So just be real, be honest, be transparent. Gets hard out there. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that helps, but I hope it helps somebody.
No, that does help. And I'm sure somebody that's watching will be motivated to do that, because people, opening up a business is hard, mm-hmm. and listening to other people and what they've gone through is really, really, it's important, and it's very informative. But I am so glad to see you on your 4th year of business.
Yes.
And I'm so glad to see the success of what you've accomplished and what you've built in this place. And hopefully, we'll be here you'll be here another 10 years.
Yes, we have goals, right, y'all? I do love it. I love the community. One thing I didn't say, Joe asked for a tip. My biggest tip, along with being realistic and transparent, is know your people. I don't care if they come in one time. I don't care if they come in 10 times. I don't care if they come in every day or once a year. Know your people. That's what brings them back. I can confidently say I know about 95% of my clientele. And I do work every day, 7 days a week. I do have a day off every now and then. But I know my people. My employees know who we serve. Of course, as an owner, they're going to say I'm so good and I do so much better, but that's not it. But as an owner, you have to be on top of it, and you have to always be on your A game. You can have bad days, that's fine, but you have to know your people, build those relationships, take the time out to actually talk to your clients, your customers, whoever comes in, your mailman. I know Art, we love Art with the Friendswood Post Office. We love him, okay? Know your people. It's so important to be successful by knowing your people.
And that's one of the things that I've always noticed about you. Every time people come in, you know their name, you know what they're going to order.
Yeah.
And that's, you take, either what's a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes to acknowledge them. And that is the world. To me as a customer, when I come in and I know that somebody knows my name, hey, how are you doing, Joe? Or, how's your little boy? Or how's your son? That for me, I will always come back to visit, and that is so important as a business owner, to recognize the people that are coming in, to call them by name, to understand your community and the people that are coming in. That's so important.
Yeah, I love it. And I think that's actually my biggest tip. My biggest tip is knowing your people. It's going to help you tremendously. You can be on the side of the road, and if you know the people, they're going to know you. They're going to remember you in whichever form or fashion you're on that side of the road. If you know your people, they will always support you, near and far. I've made so many friends, Joe included, through business, that I know if I needed anything, I just call Joe and he's there, and vice versa. His kids, I know his kids, and I know his wife. Like, it's a family thing, and it's very, very important to me, to my employees, and to my family to know our people.
Well, that is awesome. And I'm so glad that I came by, and thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes.
And I hope much success in the future for you.
Thank you so much. And I'm excited to see all of the other wonderful business owners around the community and maybe the state of Texas. Thanks, y'all, for joining us.